Was the Pope's final chapter a natural close or a Vatican cover-up? From hidden agendas to elite whispers, we're exposing the mysteries the Church wants buried. Get ready for truths that'll shake your beliefs. So the Pope's gone. Adios, arrivederci. And I wanted to look into some of the things with his passing. We looked at it a little bit in our Moon Moth Manor Live. If you want to become a member, go to AlyciaWicker.com. Join the Manor every Tuesday. We have a live where I'm answering members' questions. So I asked a few questions about the Pope's passing. And if you've been watching me for any period of time, you know I've been saying he's been gone for a while. Deep freeze. And so they were just strategically waiting to let him say his sayonara to the public, right? Allegedly. And what we got in that reading was that strategically, the date of his passing was seemingly having to do something with astrological timing. I don't know anything about it, but that's what I got in the reading. If you know, you can tell me in the comments. And then we looked a little bit into Mr. J.D. Vance, how he seems to show up as the new Grim Reaper. And that seemed to almost signify to the other players, like, now that J.D. Vance showed up to visit the Pope, that's like, go time. All right, that's what we got there. And so, yeah, I want to go from there and move on and see what else we can find out. Of course, all alleged for entertainment purposes only. Not facts. Psychic downloads, snarky opinions. If you're a big old Catholic, probably don't watch this. Okay. So I want to start with first the bigger implications of the Pope's passing. Let's start there. Oh, you didn't want to break apart, eh? Okay. Oh my, La Tower. La Tower. That's pretty big energy. There was something I think we also got in that reading about that there was all of this, along with the Pope's passing, was a bigger thing about removing the Vatican's influence. There's been a lot of talk, scuttlebutt, you know, about the Pope and the God's Bank and the money and connection. Remember that picture of the Pope blessing Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine? That's good times. Oh, anyhow, so this is evidently we're tying into some big changes with the Pope saying arrivederci. Okay. The past struggle, the magician. I think that ties into what I've been saying is that I don't think this dude's been the real dude for a while. Remember hologram Pope up in the window? He's up there, he turns around and do-do-do-do, he disappears. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so in the past, it's been kind of a struggle here with them keeping up the illusion that Mr. Pope's been the real dude there, large and in charge. Future, star. Good things coming. Well, alrighty then. That is also echoing what we got in the Moon Moth Manor reading. The overriding concern here, the secret knowledge. The secret knowledge. All of those things, you know, that the Vatican seems to have, but they've hidden from the public. Oh no, you can't go see that stuff because you're not like religious enough, smart enough, good enough, elite enough. No, that's for all of us. Peasants. Think we might have some of this coming out. Wouldn't that be nice? The energy underneath it all. Oh, see, there we go. High Priestess. Secretos. And I'm wondering, again, it's kind of to me, I am not like astrology queen, far from it. There's some astrological thing going on here. And I don't know what it was. Just saying. Okay, here's the fear around El Popo passing. Okay, the Temperance card. In terms of, because it seems like when I was reading on this before that there's some type of change, big change coming along in terms of the Vatican, in terms of the power it holds, but also in terms of like Catholicism in some way. And how that would be, I'm not sure. But a big change coming down the line, because I believe someone did also ask, like, is this the last pope? And I kind of got like, yeah, but because there's a whole different thing coming down the pike. So we would definitely want balance here, because you don't want like the Catholic people to be all like, oh my gosh, what's going on? Because there's a whole bunch of Catholic people. So there's some way that there's a change coming to the structure of the church, but not necessarily like to say like Catholicism just goes away and goes poof. Okay. The obsession, the secrets, getting those secrets out. There's many a secret the Vatican has. There's an obsession. They want to keep them secret, and they don't want the secrets getting out because that's going to expose them, and they don't want it. The desire here, with El Popo, the Pope saying adios, is justice. Justice is coming. He's a big player. And I don't know that he's a big player in that, like, maybe he didn't visit, the island and didn't hop on the Lolita Express. However, I think they have their own type of secret type activities like that happening on the Vatican property. If you want to go back and watch the video I did on the Vatican girl, that might give you some more info on where this reading is based upon information gleaned in that reading. Okay. Main obstacle moving forward here. I don't think the Vatican or the power players or the whoever's behind the scenes, they ain't got anywhere to hide. They don't. It's just going to come out. The things that they've been hiding, doing, shady things, just coming out. I'm coming out. Okay. So, I would view it as good. I don't know. Staunch Catholic might not. Who knows? I know I'm not a fan of this Pope. I'm not Catholic, but I'm just saying I'm not a fan of this Pope. There's a lot of things I think are shady town. Just saying. Let's look into, is there, going along with what I've gotten so far, that the Pope's been gone for a while. And it looks like there's a specific timing of, okay, now he's gone, clock starts. The people at the Vatican who are running things behind the scenes, they're aware that he's gone. It's been in the freezer for a while. And what is their role back there behind the scenes of preparing for this new transition? All right, got to put on the show. All right, we got to have the funeral, the viewing, all the things, right? Got to get all the Pope's policemen. I forgot what they call them. They have such interesting outfits. I'll just say that. All right. Yeah, the pageantry, but on the world stage, for those mourning the Pope, this would look like the pageantry and the send-off that he deserves. And to another audience, this is going to be looked at as a good riddance. Okay. So what are they hiding back there behind the scenes in the Vatican's inner hallways? I guess that they're under some type of control, that they're not ruling the roost anymore. While the Pope and the Vatican, they're all in their little fenced-in country or whatever they call that thing. They are not sovereign. Not sovereign over there. So whatever orders are coming from some other players, they're just going along with it. Skeletons in the closet. Oh dear, not the traffic. The king. What are they really trying to do here? They're just trying to play their part. These are not big fighters, man. Behind the scenes, hiding all the secrets, keeping it all on the down low, the hush-hush, the QT. But they're just kind of sad sacks over there, which is kind of surprising to me. I thought they would have been more like, we're going to fight back. Let's get a secret coup together. No, they're just, aww, our game has ended for us. The hidden forces at play. Again, we're back with the putting the temperance and balance going on. Yeah, we don't want to upset the people. The people who have no clue of the shady business. Okay, what changes are unfolding now behind the scenes? Oh, these people want to start talking. Hey, did you hear this about the Pope? Did you hear this about who he was meeting with? Did you hear this? Did you hear this? Like, these people are sad, but they, they're not fighting back. And now there's like, I want to talk. Like, almost like I want to get in line, make the first deal. What truths do they want to unveil? All the secrets about him. Oh, him in the church, him, the Vatican, not just him, the dude. They want to spill their guts. Bring it on, boys. Bring it on, boys. Okay. Let's look into the succession plan. After we've seen it multiple times, after a pope goes bye-bye, then they have the ceremony, and then we're waiting for the smoke to come out of their chimney to say, oh, we got a new pope. Anyhow, what's going on with the succession plan? Because in a way, it seems like he's the last one. Is he really the last one, or is he the last one to hold that type of power? I don't know. Let's see. What more can we find out about the succession plan? Moving along behind the scenes. All of them. They're scheming like it's a business convention in Florida, trying to figure out who's going to wear the golden flame jacket to win the honors for the year. It's the same idea, my opinion. Okay. They've been thrown a surprise. Didn't see that coming. I think these plans about a big old change coming to the Vatican has caught them off guard in terms of this succession plan. Interesting. Interesting. You can't move. Can't move left, can't move right, can't move anywhere, don't know what to do, kind of feeling like, I don't know what we're supposed to be doing here. This is kind of a weird crunch time for him behind the scenes. This is not like normal, like, here's the chariot, we're just moving forward, doing what we always do. Everybody come on, we're going to have to meet and have a vote on Wednesday or whatever day it is. No. This is like, uh-oh, what are we supposed to be doing? Not Catholic. I don't know if this is a strict timetable for selecting a replacement pope, but this feels like an extended process where this should usually be done in 5 days or something, for example. I don't know. Then this is like, no, this seems to go on a little too long. There's like extended drama waiting on the chimney smoke. All right, the concern here, this is so interesting. It's like, the concern more here is almost not about like who's going to be the figurehead, but the idea of protecting the information. It's like I'm seeing, imagine, I don't know, never been there, that there's like these tunnels and hallways underneath the Vatican, and you see all the staff moving around these important relics and all these displays and important pieces of things they've hidden secret in their library and vaults and whatever. Like, I see that as the biggest concern. Like, there's shady trying to move and hide and take, and all of the items that they're holding secret. That's like bigger problemo here than coming up with who's going to be the new dude in the red shoes. The red shoes. Okay. Energy. Still got to select somebody. Still got to select somebody. Let's see who we're going to have to see then. Who this new... see... There's the fear here that's still all going to come down. So there's like a delay. Like they're like, I don't know who I want to pick. Do you want to pick Bob? I don't know if I want to pick Bob. I don't know. Fred? Maybe we'll go with Fred. Right? And then it's like, we got to pick somebody. Then it's like, We've got to pick somebody. But there's this idea, like, doesn't matter. We pick somebody, it's all come crumbling down in no time. In no time. The obsession, making the Vatican like more of an independent operator, maybe just making it a church instead of a global political force. Okay, desires, get the secrets out. This keeps coming up. Get the secrets out. Get the secrets out. The main obstacle, this is like, I think, the downfall. So whoever they can get in, if they can, get somebody who's going to take the reins. Maybe this is why nobody wants to take it. Like, don't pick me, not it. Because this is all going to come crashing down. The secrets get exposed, and who wants to be the one holding the bag? Although if they're not in there very long, maybe they wouldn't be holding the bag. Let's look into the new papa coming down the pike. Because it doesn't seem like it's a long-lasting institution in its current form. So the new guy. The new guy who probably doesn't want the job. What can we know about this guy? Okay. All right. So, in the past, we're dealing with some psychological nut, like some Jekyll and Hyde psycho. Perhaps that fits as Pope Francis. Was that his name? I don't even know. He's so... Anyhow. There's a battle to pick in this new guy because they want this independent thinker guy. They want, like, the church to be independent, not to be in charge or a part of or any of the global agenda stuff that it seemingly has got itself into in a prominent spot. There we go again. The overriding concern with this guy. He knows it's coming down. Everybody's mourning. Where's the new guy? I'm asking about this new guy coming in. It's almost like that there's like, it doesn't matter who the new guy is. That's the energy I'm getting. Like, it doesn't matter who the new guy is. He's just going to go away anyway. And whoever they pick doesn't want to be the guy holding the bag. Because it's almost like, even if he's not a dirty bird, he can get connected throughout history as the last pope, and that connection it doesn't want. Oh, maybe the gaslighting goes on longer and they don't pick the new guy with that magician card. You know, the desire is like, how long can we keep this pretend voting going on? The main obstacle here, I think they all know they don't want to be the last, the official last. It's like nobody wants the job. Let's just see about, since we're not getting information on the last guy, nobody wants to tell us about the last guy here. Thanks, Spirit. I don't know, how could that look? How would it look if they don't select a new pope? Going back to some type of old times, old foundations. Now, if you go back sort of and I'm not a scholar or a historian or anything like that. I'm just a peasant. You had Paul, and so the Catholic Church says Paul's the first pope, but he wasn't an actual pope, right? That's where, they have the Patrine cross, right? So Paul, he was a martyr, and he did not want to be crucified on an upright cross like Christ. He is a martyr and is not worthy to be crucified like Christ. So the cross is inverted. This brings up a whole other discussion in my mind, but I'm not going to go into it because I'm not looking to get into a fight with a Catholic today. Anyhow, there's something here about going back to original intentions for following Christ. I'm not going to say for the church, for following Christ. The church is born later, right? Even though they're making the connection, this is Paul's church because of Rome. Okay. This is something to go back to the earlier intent of being a Christian. Okay, so this whole idea, what are we looking at? Like, we don't have a guy here. It's about what was the original intent for the church. In the church, 2 or 3 people together can create a church, right? Just hanging out with each other with that intention, But this is the idea of like, this is not about a building. This is not about the rituals. This is not about the relics. This is not about the pageantry, the robes, the all the things. This is like getting back to the roots of what being a Christian is about. Okay. We have the future, and this is like a dynamic change, man, from what it was. The overriding concern, getting everybody on board. Okay, this is like a whole new idea here, man. Whole new idea from what it was. Underneath it all, because the devil intervened in the church. Shh, don't say that. I mean, if you ever look at that one hall that they have with the snake eyes and then all the other like things that they brought into the church were not like really related to Christ, Pachamama, what? Anyway, to root out the devil. Kind of reminds me of some of that stuff I read about in the New Testament, And remember when Paul's like, don't worship me? Anyway, fear. There's a fear here that so many people would be still wanting to tie into the rituals of the Catholic Church, not understanding, perhaps, maybe, or not wanting to get rid of some of the rituals that perhaps are not going to be part of this new iteration of the church. Obsession. A lot of people might want to walk away from the church. They could, I assume, too, we could have a fracturing, that there's the Vatican version of churching going on elsewhere. People want to leave. There's a splintering here of the followers. Okay. Desires. Driving ambition. Worried. It's interesting, though, because I guess because it's change, and people don't like change. Get it? It's not like, we always did this, right? We always went to the Pope, and he was the communication with God, and so we had to go to the Pope instead of going directly to God, which is kind of like the difference here between the Catholics and the Christians, and what Jesus said in the Bible. Anyhow, allegedly, my opinion. There's a worry because this is a very distinct change, and the main obstacle, trying to avoid having fights, splintering. It's like a reimagining of the Catholic Church, bringing it back to the original intent of the church, because the devil came inside and made it perverted, more ways than one. And there's going to be some people who just don't want it to change. They want to keep it how it was. They like how the church was. They love the rituals. Some people are going to leave. Big changes coming for the Catholic Church. All right. Let's end on King Sausage Fingers. What? How dare you? He's not going to the funeral. Sending Prince William. Big Willie Styles going to the funeral instead of Chuck. It's been said that, I think Chuck went instead of Queenie. And it's been said that, current reigning monarch doesn't go usually to these big funeral events, right? They send their next in line. But it's not been unheard of. There have been monarchs who have actually gone to these big deal funerals. So I think Chuck, was it Chuck? I'm not sure. Somebody's already been to a big funeral before. In history, if it wasn't Chuck, it was one of these other ones. They have gone to big funerals, but for whatever reason. So people are all up in arms. Chuck ain't going. Who cares? Because I don't even think that's a real Chuck. But we'll pretend. Okay. Why isn't the character known as King Charles III? Why doesn't he want to go and see his BFF, the Pope? See his funeral. I'm sure Big Willie Styles like, I'll go. It's fine. No problemo. And Chuck's like, yeah, please go. All right, got a strategy card, sneaky snacker. Sneaky snacker. I mean, think about it. You're a monarch. You can go to any funeral you want to. Dude, I was wondering, do you know how like there's award shows, right? The Oscars, whatever, and they give out like goodie bags. I wonder, do they do that for like fancy people's funerals? Like when these elites go to these funerals, they get like a funeral goodie bag? I don't know. I'm curious, so. Anyhow, strategy here. There's strategy. Are they getting ready to bump off King Charles officially in the headlines? And we're making Big Willie style in there for statesman. Look, he can do the job. Like he's auditioning for the role. He's going to get the role regardless. It's not like he has to audition. It was just a spin of the night on the bed doing some horizontal mambo, okay? But, all right. Chuck's about ready to kick it officially. Chuck is about ready to kick it officially. Okay. This is for William to shine in the spotlight. So, he could go, and they can say, they don't usually go. Whatever. There's still a strategy here. Got to get him out there. Yeah, because we're keeping the family. We got to keep the monarchy going as long as possible. Although I don't think that's very long. Not that it's going to crash tomorrow, but I don't think we're very long for monarchy rule here. Okay, yeah. Because Chuck's going to be gone, and we need to cement Big Willie style as much as we can as the new reigning monarch moving forward, and that's just putting him out there. Everybody's going to see him because this is televised. Like, it's currently televised 24/7 or whatever. Like, who's that obsessed with the Pope's funeral? You know, why don't they have, like, 24/7, you know, videos of people we, like, actually care about in their funerals, lying in state? Meh. Anyhow. Interesting. Now, here, the fear. Chuck's almost worried he's not going to make it that long. Can you imagine going, like, Big Willie Styles over there, I'm here for the Pope's funeral, and then, like, what? King Sausage Fingers is dead? I must rush home? What? Oh, my. Play up extra drama. What? This is getting juicy. Obsession. Dude, I think Chuck's, like, next. Fake Chuck's gonna be next. It's almost like, Big Willie, you must come home. Post haste. Daddy's not doing well. Desires. Oh, I've got to go. I'm his liege man. I must rush home. Big Daddy, I'm coming. Oh, my. Main obstacle. Oh, shit's going to hit the fan. I've got to get home. My. When is this dumb funeral? I don't remember. I'm recording April 24th. Let me look it up because I'm like, when's this Pope's funeral coming up? When is Pope's funeral? Do. Please hold. Do. Please hold. Saturday, April 26th, 10 a.m. local time in St. Peter's Square, Vatican. Saturday. I'm wondering this weekend. Good Lord. Is Charles going to be exited from the story time? Looks like it. Looks like it. Oh my. Oh my. Because there's something in crisis. He's got to come home. He's got to be seen as a statesman. We got to make monarchy's important. Don't dismantle us like the Vatican. We're muy importante. And then it's just like, uh-oh, something happens. Chuck, gotta rush home. Wow. Anyway, you tell me what you think. That's kind of interesting. And I don't want to hear any of your stories if you're like, I'm obsessed as, oh God, don't talk about King Charles that way. Go find another tarot reader. There's plenty of them that sympathize with the royal family. Big fans out there. Not me. Adios.